Today, we're going to be touring this beautiful catamaran. This is the Sunreef Power 100. Now this is truly a floating mansion on the water. We have 6,000 square feet of livable space on board. And if you were going to compare this yacht to a single hold motor yacht, you'd be comparing it to yachts in the 120 to 150 foot range. The length is 93 feet and 10 inches, or 28.63 meters. And the beam, I know it's very hard to actually, pick up the scale on camera, but the beam is 44 feet and 4 inches, or 13.5 meters. And this is the latest iteration of the Power 100 from Sunreef. They were able to fit the owner's suite on the main deck. It has 6 staterooms, 2 jet skis in a storage compartment, and so many more great features. And you'll see on this side, we actually have it extended. With these fold-out balconies, the beam extends all the way up to 16 meters. And there is a little bit of traffic on board, so we're gonna try to work around that as best as possible. I will mention it now. Up in the aft deck, underneath the seating section, we have a large storage garage where you can fit 2 3-seater jet skis, and there's also a refueling station in that area. And it's been several years since I've toured a catamaran, so I figured the next one I tour, it might as well be one of the largest I can find. So sit back and relax, and let's go explore the Sunreef Power 100 catamaran. So as we get a slightly closer view, you'll see your massive hydraulic swim platform. So you could fit a huge tender in this space, or additional jet skis or toys if you wanted to. But as mentioned, you also have the garage underneath. And then the staircases leading up to the aft deck on either side. You have your passerelle right here. We have it raised just a little bit, just to make it easier to get on board. But when you lower the swim platform to the exact level of these other platforms, you get a massive beach club space that you can wrap all the way around. And also, before we come on board, I think you can see it, right off of this terrace, there's also a watertight door. So into this door, we have additional storage areas on either side of the hull, and you can also access the engine rooms from these storage compartments. Additionally, you do have engine access from hatches in the floor of the aft deck. Actually, the CEO of the company is doing an interview on the aft deck, so we're gonna go back to the aft deck. I know I just walked past that, but don't worry, we're gonna go back there. I thought we'd head all the way forward to the sunken lounge. And as you can see, there's gonna be a couple themes as we're walking through this yacht. First of which, just the volume, every single space, it's incredible how much space you actually have on board. Although theoretically you can sleep 12 guests on board, during the day if you were having a party, or you just wanted to have a lot of friends and family on board, you could fit so many adults lying out on the sun pads in all the different areas. So just keep that in mind as we're walking through. This open hatch is one of the crew cabins. And I believe they have improved these from their previous model. So they're a little easier to get down into because we do have the stairs instead of a ladder. So you can see once you're down in the forepeak, there is a monitoring system for the yacht. You can see they have a refrigerator, plenty of storage, and the bed is located right here. And there is space for a second mattress back here if you want to. And then here is the ensuite. And this will be a wet room. So you have your toilet, sink, and the shower head is up here. And then we have the same thing on the opposite side, but there's also a captain's cabin located in the aft area of the yacht, which we will see later on once we're back in that area. But back to the sunken lounge. You have L-shaped seating and the teak tables on either side. And then as I'm sure you saw it, but look at how massive the sun pad area is. Loungers stretched all the way across. Then you'll see your winches right up here. Antique everywhere you look, so every space is finished very nicely as well. And the hatch to the other crew cabin is located right here. And while we're up here, let me tell you about them now. Unfortunately, we are not able to access the engine rooms today, but you have an engine in either side, so in each hull, you have an engine room. And like I said in the intro, those can be accessed from either the side door from the balcony or from a hatch on the floor of the aft deck. But this yacht is equipped with 2 MAN 1300 horsepower engines. Your top speed is about 20 knots, so still pretty quick for a massive power catamaran of this size. You can cruise at 12 to 15 knots, and it has a very impressive range. You're actually able to cross the Atlantic Ocean on this Power Cat. So at least several thousand miles of range. All right, let's head back. And you may have noticed as we walked up here, but the side decks, just absolutely massive. They're so wide. But that's kind of the name of the game with this Power Cat. Every single space, it's just so wide, so voluminous.
And what is your job at Sunreef? Like, what do you oversee?
All right, that interview's still going on. You got a little preview of the main salon, but I closed the door behind us. We just stepped into the full beam owner suite. I'm so impressed that they were able to engineer this. Naturally, you have tons of natural light with these large windows, and there's also a private door leading up to the foredeck. There's a TV that comes up right here. And this is one of the biggest changes from the previous iteration of this yacht. Before, the owner suite, although it still was pretty large, it was located in one of the hulls, but now it's up here on the main deck. We have our closets over here. Not much hanging space there, but there we go. And these light up automatically. And then you have more on this side. And there's also a smaller secondary place to drive the yacht from. But we have our main helm station upstairs on the flybridge. It's a beautiful vantage point. And then if we come through this door, this is where we find the ensuite. And guys, take a look at this. You have your double vanity and the massive window. I mean, this is ridiculous. Your toilet's right here. This room is so big, it's starting to get echoey. That's how large the ensuite is. And then your shower right here. And this rainfall shower, it's so tall in here. If I actually reach my hand up, I cannot even touch the shower head. So this is a massive shower, and I really like the blue accents. You also have lovely finishes with the stone on the walls. And these Sunreef yachts, they're built in Poland, and almost everything is done in-house. They're a very impressive shipyard, and they're coming out with new catamaran concepts all the time, including many different eco versions, which actually we are going to tour one later on today. This is a 60 Eco right out there that's making its debut. So you'll get a glimpse into that world at another date. This one is not an eco version, but you could get an eco version of this. All right, let's head down to the guest cabins. And like I said, we're going to be a little quiet in this main salon at the moment. And I'm sorry about that beeping noise. I'm not sure what that is. But if we come down this side, on the starboard side, you gotta keep in mind, we're on a catamaran, so you have 2 different hulls on each side. That's where you typically find all the guest accommodations. We basically have mirrored VIPs. They stuck with that blue and white color palette, which is one of my favorites. And these rooms have massive windows. One, just for visibility, but two, this smaller section, and it's still really large. This can open, so you get great ventilation. And then the en-suites are located right here. It is just insane, even in the singular hull, just how much space you get from a width perspective. And you can see your closet. And the walls in the closet are finished really nicely. And then stepping through, we have a very similar concept to the other one. Although configured slightly differently. Now, if we head up the staircase, we'll go back through the main salon, down the staircase on the opposite side, and we'll see two more cabins there. And these are going to be set up very similarly to the last set we saw. And I know in the original concept, I believe the owner's suite was located right here. We were shifted a little more forward, so then you had more space. But as you can see on many yachts, this would be just as nice as any other VIP or even an owner's suite, especially on a sub 100 feet. You don't feel cramped whatsoever. You have so much extra space due to the width of the hull. And we will take a peek at the en-suites. So it looks like both of the aft cabins in this section are mirrored to each other, which makes sense from a design perspective. Then I imagine when we walk into this other cabin, the shower will be right in front of us with the toilet and sink on either side. And if you've been counting, that's correct. We've only seen 5 of the cabins so far. There's one additional cabin. There's a staircase on the port side, but the door is just outside of the main salon. So that's why we haven't seen that yet. We'll see that in a little bit. All right, we bypassed the interview one more time, but don't worry, I promise we're gonna go back to the main salon, tell you all about it. But I thought it made sense to just go up to the flybridge. I mean, guys, look at this once again. So much sun lounging space. Imagine you have, I mean, even if you were very generous, you can fit more than one person on one of these cushions, but even if you did one per cushion, that's 6 adults across, so you could realistically fit 6 to 8. Same thing downstairs. So you're looking at 12 to 16 people already just right here. And there's more lounging space in the back. Now, the owner went for a custom option up here. Typically, and on most of these catamarans, you'll see this as a wide open flybridge like you would normally see. But they opted for, they actually call this the cigar lounge. So they completely enclose this space. But before we head in there, here is your helm station. It's right on the center line. You can see your charger for your phone, your throttle control, bow and stern thruster control. Here we'll see the camera system. And you have another Raymarine multifunction display on this side. And you can see from up here, you can monitor your tanks. You can go to a bunch of different systems on here. Watch, you can go to the home screen and just monitor everything. Or if you wanted to see something specific, you can go to the tank screen. And I believe Raymarine also has an app, so if you have the brand new version installed, you can control all of these from an app on your phone. Then the hatch, this painted glass will slide across so you can get out onto these sun pads. And let me just stand up here, guys. Look at this view. We're at the Cannes Yachting Festival. We're over in the catamaran section. As you can see, we get a tremendous view from up here. We have the super yacht extension over there. We've spent a lot of time there this week. And if you're new to the channel, then welcome. My name is Tony. We post a new yacht or super yacht tour every single week. So hit that subscribe button if you're new. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you never miss a future upload. And also please leave a like on the video if you're enjoying this so far. Now I think we're gonna head inside the cigar lounge. We have a few different doors. There's one there, there's one here, and then you have wide open doors on the back. So they essentially turn this into a sky lounge, completely closed off. We have this wide door that can swing all the way across. So you can really connect these spaces still, even though this section is closed. There's a huge TV on the wall. A little dining space here. And then your bar area is located right back here. Looks like we have the refrigerator or the drink fridge, an ice maker, and then your trash right in here. And of course, the sink. And you can't really see it because of the sofa on this side, but you can see this space does have floor to ceiling windows. Then stepping out here, we do have an alfresco dining table. Can't even fit it all in one shot. Let me turn this way. And then as promised, another convertible space. So you can see right now we have this set up as some benches. So these backrests will lift up if you want to eat right here. But then this can also be converted to another sun pad, fitting another 8 to 10 guests at least. Let me show you from this side so my shadow isn't in the way. And if you wanted to shade off this area, you could do so. We have the poles right there, so you can put up the shades. All right, I think we've seen every single area that you can access without completely blowing up that interview downstairs. So let's head back down and let's see if we can finish touring the rest of these areas. Actually, just for fun, let's walk down these stairs, go across the platform. You do have a day head on this level. And that day head is located right here. So that's great if you're swimming in the water. I really like the location of this, right off the back of the yacht. And then if we go down this staircase, on this side is where we'll find the galley. And this is another change from the previous iteration. Originally, you had a wide open galley concept on the main level, but because we added the owner suite on the main level, they moved the galley down here. All your refrigeration and freezers are integrated into the wall. So you have a very clean look. And then we also have the captain's cabin located in this area. and that's right back here. Right now we just have a bunch of extra cushions stored, and their ensuite is located here. And even they get the rainfall shower. And this is nice enough if you wanted to. I mean, this is a yacht. I don't think you could run this without at least a couple crew members. But it's finished really nicely in here, so if you needed a guest to sleep here, they could do so. And also, another little design thing I noticed, this door is much thicker, it seems, than some of the others. That's probably for some of the noise insulation that's needed. So it's nice to see that thought put into some of these rooms.
Gone in 5 minutes.
And then down this staircase, this is where we find that final guest cabin. So if you have a guest that requires the ultimate amount of privacy, maybe this is the room to put them in. The windows are a little bit smaller, but you can still open up these 3 sections, so you get some air in here. Then they have an ensuite right here. And this is another really large space. They even have the bench in the stone-lined shower. So now we've officially seen all 6 guest cabins. And I imagine at this point you can kind of understand the concept of a catamaran, how the 2 different holes work. We have the space down below on each side, because in the middle of the yacht, it's actually empty below us. And their closet is right here. Lights up automatically, just like the others. Now you can see as we walk back into the main salon, you have the massive TV once again. And your main living area is right here. You have a huge U-shaped seating area. And I really like the accent lights in the ceiling. And you also have extremely large windows as well, so on every single level, you're getting lots of natural light. If I just stand in the corner, I think you'll get a little bit of sense of the scale of this one. With that incredible beam width, there's so much space to enjoy in here. And then here we'll find our dining room on the inside. And then the bar area located right here. In this stone, it looks like onyx and it's backlit. Really elevates the look. And we have 2 drink refrigerators right here. And I imagine, oh, look at that. You have a little dishwasher, another refrigerator, and then your trash again. And since that interview wrapped up, this yacht is about to get incredibly busy because the show just opened. But I think this timing might work out perfectly. I think they're about to open the garage actually. So I can give you a shot of what that jet ski storage looks like and the refueling station. Let's check it out.
Hast du das auf der Bierroll? Weißt du, soll ich schnell mit Kamera, mit dem Handy ab?
Then of course you have another alfresco dining area as well. And on top of the garage, you have another row of sun pads that are convertible to bench seating for the table. Here's a lovely shot of that massive garage. So you can see you have plenty of space for additional toys as well. And you also have Another little bar space right here with a refrigerator, a sink, and an ice maker. So very well catered for in all the different areas. And I think we've now officially seen, minus the engine room, we've seen every single space on the yacht. So let's head up to the flybridge. And I think we will wrap up the tour from the helm station. Thank you, of course, to Sunreef Yachts for granting me access on board. This is a very impressive 100-foot catamaran. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below, let me know what you think. And we will catch you next time.